you hit the ball, kind of. So you're saying that just don't stop your swing once you hit the ball. Is that where you're going?
That's a great point. So I'm in my swing and I got the club at the top, and I promise if you are open to this and pay attention, your eyes will scream at that golf ball. It'll be like a zoom lens. And that becomes everything at that moment. We can have a conversation about why. To me, it's mostly about fear of missing it or hitting a poor shot than anything. But if that's the case, what did that just do to my grip pressure in the target? I totally gave away the target. This becomes the focus. In the motion, as I tighten my grip pressure, it now becomes...
Yeah.
If you've played enough golf, you've seen that motion at some point somewhere. As I got to the top, I almost zoomed right in on the golf ball, and that was all I was focused on. All the athleticism that I had, all that natural movement that my body has known since I was a little kid, just went away, and it became attack. Stay in that big window. Oh, it's so much more relaxing, just freeing, less tension, less angst. Yes.
But you're keeping your head down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just your
Yeah.
eyes.
Keeping your head down.
Yeah,
How many
that
have been
seems
given
like
that advice?
Never by a professional.
And I never got it.
Never had a professional tell me that.
So I have posture, right? We talked about this the last couple of clinics. I stand tall, I'm gonna bend from my hips. Now for me, because of glasses, I'll have a little bit of neck tilt so that I can see the ball and not look under my glasses. At that point, I kind of want to leave my head alone. It's there, right? Keeping your head down, again, to me, I see people, I was told I got to keep my head down, and because of that, they're pushing their head down. Not very athletic and not very stress-free. Look at a player like Annika, a David Duval. If you really look at where their heads are at impact, they're up and out. They've left. They're already looking where their ball is going. So at where I want dynamic impact here, they're kind of probably here. If what we're talking about is reasonable, could I not make a swing with my eyes closed?
Well, I was going to ask that.
Yeah, you should be able to
Should
have
you
that
almost?
feel.
Yeah, I might put it on a tee.
Yeah.
So, to try it.
Yeah. You just might
So-
lose your balance. That would be the only thing.
Yeah, and so now we're starting to have a conversation about how connected are you to the motion that you're making in the target, right? This is a wonderful drill for putting. Can I visualize what's in front of me? Can I see the line now on the dribble? All right, so I know I'm balanced. If I stay within the confines of this balance, I should be pretty good. So I'm gonna take one last peek at the target. Not great balance, and because the ball's on a tee, it kind of came off the face, but it headed in the right direction, right? That's scary. How can I hit a quality shot with my eyes closed?
I heard that at putting.
Well, I've practiced a lot and I'm very aware of the motion in the movement pattern. Again, I might not be thinking about it there all the time, but I'm over, under. That under gets me on my front side, gets my hips to open up, and I start facing my target. Just like I would if I threw a ball. We probably haven't done much of this lately, but post, turn, go. Okay? I hit my irons beautifully, Sean, but I can't hit a driver. It doesn't make any sense. It's the same swing, right? Yep, same swing. What's changed?
Length.
It's longer, so I'm forced to be a little bit further away from the golf ball, right? Ball position, because the club shaft is longer, moves closer to my front foot, so I'm playing it somewhere from toe to heel of my foot. And it's not an exact science. I'm not a tour player. That ball may meander, move around a little bit, but it's in that general area. I'm still working on the club moving down my target line, just like I was with all the other ones, and loading up. Because I'm further away, I might get a little bit more range of motion. Now I'm starting to be able to get it to parallel back here. Maybe. Maybe not, if I don't have good flexibility. It's okay. It's more about the angles and the load necessarily than the length. So I would tell you, for me, having a strong foundation, good balance is key, but there's going to be a point where the flexibility is going to be such that I can't get the club back much further. Well, now I might start inviting a little bit more movement. So I might let that heel come off the ground because that's going to help me expand. Is that applicable to you? I don't know yet. I haven't seen all the swings, but I would say for the most part, most of us are probably still feet down.
So that's okay though?
It is for range of motion.
Yeah, if you got to, yeah.
Yeah. It requires good tempo. It's one more thing I've got to account for when I'm back on the downswing. I'm aiming a little bit more than that. Where'd he go?
Where's that guy?
You're aiming for the guy. He's hiding. He knows you're about to do it. I don't know.
Ball position a little bit more forward. I'm still balanced. I'm shoulders are back so my arms can freely hang. Take some of the tension out. Now I'd be nitpicking and say that went to the right, and I don't like that, but
Yeah.
all in all, relatively solid. Going in the right direction. Didn't fall. Good balance. I was facing my target when I finished. All those wonderful things. So I start developing this repetitive swing. I start getting it on plane. I'm doing the things that I want to do. I'm controlling the motion. I'm owning the motion, right? Fast forward a little bit, and now I'm starting to play the game a little bit more. And I run into trees and bunkers and all this fun stuff that exists out there. And I need to hit different types of golf shots. So I need to maybe move the ball a little left to right or right to left. And I don't want to dwell on this, and I don't want to spend a great deal of time on it, but I want to make you aware. So in my station, I've put a stick out here in front of me. I know that I want this shot to start left of the stick and go back to the right a little bit. I need to fade it a little bit. What would I do to the motion? Do you think you have to have a different motion to hit the shot?
Maybe.
What if I simply aimed a little bit more, better look at this, a little bit more to the left, right? So I can swing it. And follow through a little bit. We didn't release the club quite as hard. Might that send the ball in the right direction? Notice as it falls, it's going to go this way just a little bit. So I didn't change my swing, didn't change my motion. I changed my aim. I changed the body line, which in effect caused me to cut across the ball a bit, create spin to the ball.
So going back to your longer one though, that tailed to the right, what do you think transpired in that shot that made it go that way? Because you weren't trying to fade it that way.
Club face was open at impact.
Okay.
I didn't let go. I got somewhere around here.
Okay.
It created that kind of spin.
Right. Because sometimes, you know, that's what's happening more than we're trying to make it. You
Yeah,
know.
that's a fairly typical shot shape for most of us, having the ball fade. Some of that is because my weight is not pushing forward and I'm hanging back, which then makes my club come down a little bit over instead of under, right? All of a sudden I start coming this way because my weight's hanging back, and now when I get to the ball, the club face is open. Typically what I might see out of a shot like that is it'll start left, but it curves considerably to the right. When it gets really bad, I'll hit them to the right of the stick, and they don't go very far, and they go right.
Right.
I hit them softer, they come off at the toe or something like that. Now, if the opposite exists. If I wanted to draw the golf ball, because there's a tree right here and I got to get around it, I just change my aim line more to the right. That's excessive. Okay, and now I'm going to swing the club along my toe line and watch what happens to the shot shape.
Straight.
That was bad. It'll draw a little bit more. Without me really changing much, I changed body aim and club face. I just turn my toe down on my club face a little bit. And I start hitting draws. From a practice standpoint, if I know how to hit both those shots and can hit both of them, now I start to understand where the middle is. And I can start to find the straighter shot. Why don't I just hit straight shots all the time? Well, because on the golf course, sometimes I have to do different things. For now, we're going to keep it relatively simple, and that's what we're going to try to do, is hit straighter shots, right? I have a good station set up. Feet, hips, and shoulders are square. I'm going to swing the club along that path and swing balanced right back to my target. But I need to learn how to load, create that angle, create that energy, stored energy here and here, and then the sequence to give it away. I push forward, down and through. Thoughts or questions?